Hey, what's happening, Entrepreneur Alliance? Dave here with my man Austin
What's
and our little plastic
We
unicorn.
need to name
thing.
that guy.
I don't know. Yeah, man, he's just the guy that sits behind the shelf, and people wonder, why do you have a unicorn, Dave?
We'll tell him one day.
Maybe we'll tell you at the end of this call here. But welcome to Behind the Scenes, looking back over May 2017 here. If you haven't seen all the past behind the scenes, go back, check them out. This is the time where we really break down what's happening in our funnel, what's happening in our Facebook ads, what are the things that we're learning in our business, and also like what are the failures that we had this month. There were some blunders this month where we pissed a lot of people off. We'll tell you about that one here. We're going to talk about some other big mistakes, but we also had the biggest sales month we've ever had. Added more EA members than we've ever had before in the past. We quintupled, I think quadrupled the funnel conversion rate. Austin's going to break that down here. We want to show you kind of screenshots step by step. What's our funnel look like? What do our ads look like? And Austin's going to tell you kind of exactly what we're going to cover here, but it's going to be salty.
Exactly. Guys, we wrote it all out here. This is what we're going to cover. Some of the wins, our funnel, our ads, some weird experiments that actually worked, and then some of the fails, and then a brief overview of the masterclasses, which, by the way, I think that this month's masterclasses were some of the best that we've ever recorded. J.R. Rivas, Landon Porter, Katya Sarmiento, they did a great job. So if you haven't watched those masterclasses, go and do that.
Go do that, and welcome to the EA Laboratory. We're going to break down what's been happening behind the scenes here.
Let's do it. All right, guys, so we're going to hop here into the spreadsheet, show you what we update every week. This is for our funnels specifically, and then we're going to go into our ads as well and show you kind of what's going on here. So should we start off with funnels?
Let's start with the funnels. Show them how we went from 2.91%, was that last month?
Yeah,
to
starting May 1st.
16.76%. Guys, this is going to be like the best funnel training you've ever watched.
It is. This is going to be awesome. Now, I want you to know that over here are the steps of the funnel. And then on the bottom are the notes that I did every week. And when we're looking at each column, this is the results of the week prior. And so this is basically, you want to see this date. This is the recording date. So I recorded, this would technically be like the last week of April. So I want to show you guys where we started the month off at. And then along the way, these are the things that we added to the funnel. And so this is going to be pretty cool. So let's hop into seeing what we did here in the first week that ended up going from 2.91% to 6.29%. Well, what happened is we uploaded some new videos, which I thought was really key to this whole growth. Is we made videos that were about storytelling and bringing in new characters, not just talking heads, but using props and making it kind of fun and goofy. I think that's what makes our team pretty interesting.
One of our core value number 2 is have fun and be yourself. So we've been trying to do that more. We're trying to just have fun. And so we got freaking unicorns back here. And just do things that we think would be interesting, regardless of whatever Ryan Dice tells us to do. So we're having a lot of fun here these days.
Yeah, definitely. And so I would say that's a big thing. I'm going to show you here some of the videos along the funnel to kind of prove that. And I think our ads are also getting a little bit more interesting, which is fun. But just having a great camera and being ourselves on camera, along with what else we do here, us really making our videos specific along the funnel. So knowing the journey of like, okay, so they just downloaded this, so the next video needs to be about this, and then on the checkout page it needs to be about this. I think understanding where your user is at in your funnel, which we talk about this a lot, sometimes we think that they know exactly where they're at and they have no idea. And I think it's a really important lesson to learn.
Yeah. People don't know that like they're at the OTO or they're at checkout B or whatever. Like they're just like they're busy, they're on the toilet, they're like buying your stuff, they're up through your funnel, and they leave, and you're like, well, why aren't they coming? Like I've sent them three specific, gain fear logic emails in the follow up, and like they should come on fear. Like they're busy, they're not seeing stuff, they don't know who you are, they're not thinking about you. So every time you have a video or anything, remind them of who you are, remind them of where you're coming from, remind them of what the journey and the offer is. Because yeah, they're gonna forget every time.
Absolutely. So that was, I think, a big key that jumped us pretty much double. We doubled our conversion rates in a week because of that, upgrading our videos and being ourselves and understanding the user journey. From there, it looks like we went down a point. And this is from a split test I did, which is actually a funny experiment. I thought it was going to be pretty good. I did the exact same landing page, which was checkout here. It was this checkout, but instead of Dave's face here, it was a video of Dave explaining how to check out. I've seen this before on some of the top guys in our space, walking them through the checkout, and it just didn't perform as well. So, learning lesson, you're going to try stuff, and it's not going to always work out how you think it would. Looking here, the next week, we went from 5 to 8%, and this is actually so interesting. I was disappointed with the results of this week, so I said maybe this data set isn't big enough. So I kept it on and ended up, you can see here, it still didn't perform as well, but overall, it actually performed about the same. So it jumped up the exact same funnel, didn't do anything, went from 11 to 19% conversion on that same exact opt-in. So looking at that, the way I look at the insight on that would be, well, sometimes you just got to look at a bigger picture and not focus on a specific time zone, but look at maybe over the course of a week or a month. Just maybe the data set isn't big enough. What would you think about that?
Yeah, you can't zoom in too deep. You got to zoom back out, see the big picture for sure.
Now, at the same time, I did notice that it wasn't converting at the same rate. So we were losing customers. It was just not enough to continue the test. So we ended up canceling that test. And let's see, this is the first week of using Market Hero, which is if you guys don't know, Market Hero is Alex Becker's software tool. It's created basically specifically for digital marketers. Now we switched from ActiveCampaign. And the reason why is because all of the branding around it is about getting into the primary, increase open rates, and being a simple tool. Anybody can use it, and tracking your LTV of your leads. So I thought we'd give it a shot. Now we're going to get into a blunder and how we pissed off everybody with this switch, but it's not all bad. So this was the first week of using Market Hero. I also added in one of our storytellings of like telling my story with Dave and how 6K success really changed my life, and doing some other split tests with softwares. So with that, you can see.
So the week before, conversion rate 8%. Week after that, 16%. That's twice as much money. That's twice as good conversion rate. That's twice as many sales from the same amount of traffic, which is pretty sweet.
Which means our cost per acquisition is about half.
Yep.
That's incredible.
And I think, there's lots of things that we were kind of testing here. I think the big one is just that our emails were getting into the primary inbox. They're always getting the promotion tabs of Gmail, but with Market Hero, they're getting into the primary. So just people are opening them way more, right?
Exactly. So yeah, there are a few things that we tested here that compounded. I want you to know that when you're testing things, make sure that, let's say in the funnel, you're only testing one thing. So within the funnel itself, I was only testing the one word, and I replaced that one word with like my story. So that was the one test on the landing pages that I did. And then our other test was specifically Market Hero. So I'll jump in here and I'm not going to explain this big time, but this is what our email marketing funnel looks like. This is from start to finish. They download a cheat sheet, and then we give them a few value, pitch, actually value, pitch. And then, so always delivering up front. What you see these little mountains here are, is if they didn't open, we're going to resend it. And I think this is one of the best ways that you can use the same leads and optimize your conversions. It's just sending them the exact same thing. Because remember, this is a storyline. They are getting to know you, your offers, and how it can help them. And so along the way, you want to make sure that they don't miss key parts of the story or they're going to not understand what the later emails mean. So if I'm talking about the success stories of 6K success, but they didn't ever watch the webinar or my story, they have no idea what 6K success is. So it's really important that they see these, and that's why we want to resend them if they didn't open. Which brings us how to the blunder happened, and how I won Musk of the Week.
Yeah, the Musk of the Week. Yeah, I got an email from somebody at like midnight one night. I was going to bed, checked my email, and you're not supposed to do that. They tell you, but I did it anyway. This guy's like, "Hey Dave, like I just got 4 emails from you, all pitching me like 6K success, like take me off the list." He's upset about it. I was like, "Austin, what the heck's going on, man?" Like, and I saw like 2 other emails, people that are saying the same thing. So, you want to tell them what happened there?
I'll tell you what happened, guys. All right, so Active Campaign basically put a delay in a way that was, we're going to wait 24 hours to see if they opened this thing. And if they did after 24-hour period, then we'll send them that follow-up email. So it's all revolving around this right here. And I did not have this little key piece. This one piece is what screwed the whole thing up, an additional 24-hour delay. And so what would happen is they would open up an email, let's say the 3 tips. Immediately, because they opened up the email, they got the next email. And it didn't delay. So I would say what this basically says is wait within 24 hours, not after, we're going to send them an email if they didn't open it. But if they did open it, move them to the next step. So there was no delay in between move them to the next step. So they would open, get next email. They're like, "Hey, I just got another email from this guy, Dave. I'm going to open it." Opened it. Oh, next email. And it just went through our entire funnel within a couple seconds. And that's why people got really pissed off, which they should. Like that's not cool on our part to like take over their inbox. And that was just a mistake on my part. Took full ownership on it. I know it was human error. Me getting used to this new system. So understanding, like, know the delays of your funnel. I think it's really important to understand, like, when you're transferring over new data and you're trying a new platform, do a small test, like learning lesson, learn from my mistake. Test on a small part of your list up front, and then go on. And once it works, do it to the entire thing.
Yeah. And also what we did too is we sent out an email afterwards, just apologizing and taking ownership over. I think it's kind of easy to like want to hide in those moments and be like, "Oh crap, like this just happened." And that type of stuff used to like really kill me. I just wouldn't even want to like open my email inbox. I wouldn't want to go log into market. I just like want to pack up shop. So we just sent out an email and said, "Hey, we're sorry, we messed up. Sorry for taking over your inbox here. And let's do a free training for everybody today, just as our way of saying sorry there." And so yeah, I think it's just good to take upfront ownership of that.
Yeah, we ended up doing I thought a really good training. This is a test for this week, by the way. Took that training and repurposed it, and now have it here in the middle of the funnel as like an extra value add, telling our story too. So
I think looking at like the whole funnel, what I'd say the key takeaways are, if you're like, "Hey, how do I 4 or 5x my funnel here?" One, probably Market Hero.
Yeah.
Getting an email autoresponder that gets the email to the primary inbox was huge for us. It increased open rates, increased click-through rates. Get Market Hero, and we're not affiliates or anything like that. Of that, I don't know. Maybe I'll ask Alex if we can get an affiliate link. We'll put below the video. But yeah, get Market Hero. Split test. We're doing 1 split test a week right now, really. Sometimes 2 or 3, but on different steps of the funnel. Split test there. And then I got to throw a plug in for proof. Put proof on your funnel and show recent customer activity on there, because that absolutely helps there. But really, I think Austin's done a great job of just kind of testing out various things. And we've seen, just in a matter of 5 weeks, going from like 3% to 16%. I saw this week is back down, a little bit, but no, it's been sweet.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, guys, I wanted to show you actually This is our lead magnet. Here's proof here at the bottom. And you want to tell them basically what our conversion rate is throughout basically the month of May. Let's not focus on this week.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like 93% for the whole month of May. And so, yeah, I mean, basically, we've been seeing that. This is kind of side thought on proof and what our customers have been seeing. Really, on just about every single type of page, people are putting proof on. It's working well. It doesn't work as well if it's like a blog with like, tons of like options as far as actions to take. You really want it to be, hey, there's a page with one option, and we want the notification to line up with that option here. So we want to say, hey, to download the Perfect Consultation cheat sheet, and right here is the big red or the big orange button that says download. But yeah, we're seeing incredible like webinar registration conversion rates. We're seeing incredible order form conversion rates, incredible lead. This is a lead magnet here as far as incredible conversion rates. So we're seeing great conversion rates all across the board. And we're working on proof to make it better every single day here. So yeah, if you haven't yet, check out proof, get on your funnels and test it out.
You guys, I think the future of marketing is being a social proof marketer, understanding like what that really means and how you can use social proof throughout your entire funnel to really increase conversion. On this page alone, we have 3 social proofs. One, of course, is this. Then we have an as seen on, which is a credibility proof. And then we have a testimonial proof. And so between these 3 things, that's how we got to a 93% conversion. And also, I mean, this copy here I think is pretty good. Every line has a very specific purpose to it. But yeah, guys, social proof is where it's at. If you're not using it in your funnel, in your ads, in your emails, anywhere along the journey, make sure you get on the game before you before you get passed by everybody else.
Get on it. You can go to getmoreproof.com. Check that out if you haven't yet.
Cool.
All right, let's talk about ads.
Well, I wanted to show you just real quick the funnel. I'm going to burn through this thing because I know a lot of you guys came in through this funnel, but dissecting what it looks like. After they opt in, they get this page before getting the cheat sheet. You want to get the cheat sheet right there? So if you guys haven't already, print this guy out. This is what you see in the video here. And this is actually that professional video that I talked about, how we share our stories, we share how to use what they just downloaded. We make it physical because being physical has a different level of realness to it and understanding like this is not just some download, this is a tool. And having it a physical thing makes it a tool. And so if you guys have a lead magnet that's physical, I recommend printing it out. And then I have a big yes or no. Like they have to make a decision here. Do they want this free offer? Yes or no? And 63% of people click yes, and the rest click no, or they just exit out. Now on the next page, if they do click no, it goes to, hey, just want to let you know, like the cheat sheet is in your email. And this is an interesting test that I did in April. But if you guys didn't watch it, here's something interesting to point out is don't just have the cheat sheet download on the thank you page. The reason why is how many of you and I always put in burner emails just to get this free stuff. So what we did instead is made sure that they put in a real address that they had to put in something real to get this thing. And we, in the last video, made them want it really bad. Even if they didn't want the offer, they saw that it's a real thing and how they can use it. So with those 2 things combined, 26% of people click this button right here to resend the correct email address. And want to do it in a way that's not like, hey, are you trying to pull one over on us? No, it's not like that. We just say, hey, did you accidentally put in the wrong email? Here's a way to put in the right one. 26% of people do that. Big learning lesson there, guys. That means that we're saving 26% of the leads that come in from the ads that we pay for. You guys see how much money that could save you? That's awesome. So really big there.
That's awesome. What if we put a send to messenger right there, or send to messenger?
That would be cool. I want to make sure that
for capturing the email.
Yeah, for capturing the email, there's 2 things with send to messenger. We'll talk about it in probably next month more. But basically, you want to collect email and send to messenger. So I would like it basically they click here, they re-enter their email in, and then on that thank you page, we can say, hey, do you want this thing instantly? I can deliver it to you in Messenger right now. And then they click on that one button, it opens up a message with an immediate reply with the link.
What happens after that pop-up right there, actually?
It actually looks the exact same. I just copied and pasted. Here, I'll show you actually if you want.
There we go. There we go.
All right. Bam. So it looks the same, and then I also have it where they could share if they wanted to.
All right, here's a quick thought. What if
Here's a note I added as well, which is big.
Oh, nice.
Basically telling them, like, I know some of you guys got frustrated that you couldn't download this thing, and it's not our fault. If you downloaded, if you ever unsubscribed from us in the past, then we wouldn't be able to deliver this. That's why you had to put in multiple email addresses.
I like that.
What's your thought?
What if you sent them back to the top of the funnel to re-enter their email address at that point? And then, they're back at the page, they can enter the right email address. Then they'll see the OTO again, and maybe some of them will actually take it the second time around if they're kind of like, okay, this is like legit.
That'd be interesting. I'd like to maybe run that as a split test funnel.
Yeah.
Versus this versus that. Now, what would be the result of that? Would it be like, how would we measure if that worked?
Just if more people take, if the conversion rate of 6K success is higher on that funnel than normal, it means that they're probably looping back through and they're going through again, hitting that and maybe buying it the next time.
Awesome. Guys,
Let's see.
live thoughts. Yeah.
There we go.
All right. And then here's what our checkout looks like. This really helped to add on a testimonial part at the bottom of everybody that's getting results in the program. So again, we had the video here. It didn't work. And yeah, okay. So that's the funnel, guys. That's what we learned.
Guys, this is like the same funnel. I mean, we've made iterations on it, but it's generally the same funnel we've been running for like 6 months now. And we've only been running really 2 ads now for 6 months here. So we're making iterations. We're not like reinventing the wheel every single week here, and that's been so good for us.
Absolutely. All right, so let's jump into the ad account here, and I just want to show you guys. We're talking about May 1st to May 31st, and overall cost per acquisition. If we look specifically at the ads, it was, is this right here? $52.49 throughout the entire month. We spent about $21,000 and 410 purchases, which actually seems a little higher than I have in my Airtable.
372 over there. That might be.
Yeah.
Facebook tracking, guys, can be a little bit rough here. So these will be approximate numbers as far as when the pixels fire and all that. But yeah, I think 372 would be more the number to go from.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Perfect, guys. Yeah. So about 372 right here. This is how many new trials that we got. And I feel pretty good about this number. $57 to acquire each new trial. And you kind of want to talk about it like how we think about lifetime value and how we know that we are like on the right track right now.
Yeah, so we use a software called Baremetrics to kind of track a ton of our metrics. We show that in other behind the scenes videos. You can go back and look at that and see Baremetrics. But when I'm thinking about recurring revenue, guys, and I'm big on recurring revenue. I've learned about it intellectually. I've tested it in my own business. We've seen it in our own life. You guys, life is a lot more fun when you're doing recurring revenue. So if you haven't kind of like shifted to that model, I would beg you to consider doing that. I was talking to one of my buddies yesterday who runs a granite company, and they sell granite. This is not internet marketing, right? This is like selling granite to showrooms and architects and homeowners. And we were talking yesterday, and he's got a new idea about how he can add recurring revenue into his business model, which is going to like totally change the industry, but adds a ton of cash flow. It solves a bunch of cash flow problems, makes the business way more valuable. And so, little plug for recurring revenue. But when you think about that, like obviously, okay, with EA, we spend $57 to acquire a trial. Well, how much money is each one of those trials worth? Well, about 63% of them will convert and actually become members of EA. And then on average, we look at the lifetime value, and it's about 320 people or $320 per person. And so, kind of the metric that we're thinking about is we want to acquire customers for about one third or one fourth of the cost of the lifetime value of the customer. So in this case, if they're going to pay us $300, we want to acquire them for less than $100, and that's how we know we're on the right track.
Yeah, exactly. And I also think it's really important to know that if we're using a credit card and like knowing the cash flow cycle, we can actually, if we can get this number low enough, we can pay off the credit card with the earnings made that month that we spent, which is a really phenomenal way to scale quickly.
So we never have credit card problems or cash flow problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this funnel's rocking here.
Yeah, very cool. So I want to show you guys the two ads that are killing it right now. We have this very simple cheat sheet. It's this thing as a PDF that I am just rolling through. And I think it's really important that for every lead magnet that you have, you give them a really clear glimpse on what they're going to download. Like that's the most important thing to getting your ads converting is not always about your audience. It's not always about your copy, but it's about letting them know that it's safe to click on this thing because what they see is what they're going to get. There's no bait and switch kind of thing, you know? So this is really important to note, guys. They love this ad because they see I'm going to get this exact thing. I know, and like this looks really valuable. That's also how we ran with this other ad. It's going to show up here in a second. There it is. So this is
the same copy as the other ad.
I believe it is. Yeah,
it is. That's amazing. We're using the same copy on both of our ads here. Most people are like, "Oh, I gotta like think of all these interesting like copy angles and all that." Like, guys, this is copy and paste the same copy. Like, this is the same ad. It's just like the same thing, same landing page. We've been doing this for 6 months now, and it's only getting better and better over time as Facebook continues to optimize.
Yep. And I think it's really important to note, like, I'm an awful speller, and I own up to that. And there's several spelling mistakes that we get tons of emails from you guys. I hear it all the time. I get it. But the conversion rate on that to remake this ad would delete all the social proof. And we've realized how important social proof is, and it's not worth spelling mistakes or bad copy, right? Like social proof will solve all the problems of a good ad, not great copy, not even like a phenomenal image. I would say like you could have a generic image with incredible social proof and it will convert better than if you had a great image and no social proof.
Social proof marketing is the future, guys. You're going to see it everywhere if you haven't yet. And yeah, we're doubling and tripling down on the idea of social proof in everything that we do. It makes life so much easier.
Absolutely. So with that, what else do you want to talk about today?
That's kind of the big one. So we'll do like the recap for, if you guys are growing your business here, here's kind of what I would say is one, have one funnel, probably just one ad, get social proof on that ad. Two, if you're doing emails, I'd switch over to Market Hero. We were pretty hesitant for a long time. It doesn't have everything, right? It doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but like the important thing is that you get emails in the inbox. Three, try Proof, getmoreproof.com, or we got a new website coming out, useproof.com. What else would you say? And then focus on recurring revenue. We're going to be talking more about recurring revenue here this month coming up here, so keep an eye out for that. I just think it's the model of the future here. It's how people want to buy, it's how people want to spend money with you, and the people that do that are going to win. People that don't do that are going to be in this hamster wheel, this rat race. Like we could literally stop working this next month, and we would know we would keep growing here. Worst case scenario, a month later we have the exact same amount of money in our business, which is a pretty good deal. And so it's just like it's building a base that we can go launch our business from, and a platform we can launch our business on. And we'll talk more about this month here, some content we got coming out. But like I really think this is kind of the model that like most great things in the world have been built on. It's kind of this recurring revenue, this engine that it gives you a platform and a launch pad to go do great things. And so we've been really excited about that over here.
I would say that like recurring revenue solves almost all problems that most business owners face. Predictability, right? Like if you were running courses back in your day, running courses, did you know how many sales were you going to get next month?
Probably 0 if I didn't do something.
Right. And if, let's say we were talking with our Granite friend, like he doesn't have any predictability of like what the demand is going to be. It's always like searching for new clients. And what I like about recurring revenue is that when you make the sale, it doesn't end the user experience, it begins the user experience. And at that point, it's just about delivering on a great product and not having to constantly resell them, right? So like, you guys love paying $30 a month because it's the best $30 you spend all month. And we make this a great community for you and a great training base. So if we can focus on making a great product, that continues the life cycle. It also allows us to scale quicker, right? So if we know the lifetime value, then we're okay with going in the red in month 1 or month 2. But if we didn't know the lifetime value of of just hoping that they're a repeat customer, there's a difference between a repeat customer and a subscription customer, right? So like, let's say that I don't know, what would be a repeat customer for you? A cleaning service, right? So you just hope that somebody calls you for a cleaning service every month. But that's part of their chore list, right? Like that's on their chore list. Why do they have to go and seek out somebody to clean their house every month? So you can know that you can basically break even or even go in the red for the first 2 cleanings. But because they're going to be with you for a year, you know that like average subscription time, then you're willing to put in that upfront negative to get the long-term positive. So just some thoughts on subscription, guys. I think it's
subscription,
the future.
guys. Yeah, get on it here. This has been awesome. Yeah, let us know what you guys liked about this. Comment where? Facebook group?
Then comment in the Facebook group. I also have now added beneath every masterclass a comment section.
Comment below.
Yeah.
Let us know like what you liked about this. Do you like seeing the ads? Do you like seeing the funnel? Like we want to show you guys more of what you want to know. Do you want to know more about like what we're doing to scale our business as far as the structural things? We've been doing a lot of cool stuff as far as building company culture, building an organization, building structure of it. If you guys want to see that, we'll talk about that if that's where you're at. If you're starting out, you're like, I don't need company culture. It's just me in my bedroom. Like I got all the culture I need. I need money. We'll talk more about funnels. We'll talk more about kind of the basic stuff that we're doing here as well. But let us know, comment below, and we'd love to hear feedback. Even if you just thought something was cool, we'd love the encouragement.
Awesome. Let's wrap it up, guys. Thanks for watching.
Awesome, guys. We'll see you today. See you at the top.
Now, here are some interesting facts about the mastermind, which give you an idea of how important it is and how necessary that you embrace this principle and make use of it in attaining success in your chosen occupation. First of all, it is the principle through which you may borrow and use the education, the experience, the influence, and perhaps the capital of other people in carrying out your own plans in life. It is the principle through which you can accomplish in 1 year more than you could accomplish without it in a lifetime if you depended entirely upon your own efforts for success.